नो मैम, वो नहीं हो रहा है। मैंने सेक्शन को भी लिखा था मेल बहुत सारा, बट वो रेस्पॉन्स नहीं कर रहे हैं।
Okay, we will check that. Okay. So what we have discussed in the last class, we have started method, I think.
Now we're discussing about that.
Method.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a minute. Let me share the screen first.
मैम
Yes.
आपने पिछले क्लास में कहा था कि लूप के अंदर हम लोग स्टेटमेंट का
क्या हुआ था? हाँ, लूप में क्या?
एक स्टेटमेंट का यूज नहीं करेंगे।
लूप में क्या यूज नहीं करेंगे? योर
हेलो
वॉइसेस। हाँ हाँ, बोलो। हेलो Ashutosh, your voice is not audible. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
यस मैम
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ashutosh, you write in the chat box what you are saying. Is my screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Ashutosh, what you are saying? Okay, so let me start with the methods, introduction to method. We have discussed, we have started method in the last class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In the previous class, you told that we should not use, we can use, and no. We are not supposed to, for a good programming practice, we are not supposed to use break or continue. Instead of it, we can write the condition in such a manner that, let me share the screen first. Check. My sound is not audible to all of you.
It's audible.
is audible.
Okay. So now suppose if I am going to write a statement in this way, for int I equals to 1, I less than 10, I plus plus. So if I will attain a certain condition, let I equals to 3, and I want to break my loop. So instead of writing break, so it is a sudden interrupt to the system. So instead of writing break, we can write I is equals to I plus 11, or we can directly write I equals to 11. So what will happen? So if here 3 is equals to 3, now the condition satisfied, here I value is updated to 11. Now the control will at this position 11 less than 10, condition क्या हो जाएगा? What will be the condition now? False. So it will come out of the loop. So instead of break statement, we can write in this order in order to come out of the loop at any point. Are you clear?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. So that is why I'm asking that you, it is not a good programming practice to use a break statement. Okay. So let me move to the method. So as we have discussing, method is nothing but the breaking down of a large program into the smaller units. Okay. So here the process of dividing the problem into sub-problem, it is known as your problem decomposition. So now the decomposition, it is consisting of the various steps. I have already discussed this one with you in the last class. So we need to define a problem first. Then we need to decompose the problem into sub-problem. Each sub-problem needs to be defined. Then the data flow diagram. Then the pseudo code for the each sub-problem. Okay, now we have discussed this problem in the last class. So if we are going to evaluate this arithmetic expression, 3 plus 5 into 7 minus 3 divided by 6 minus 4. So here what are the different operations that are being carried out? First we need to decompose the inner brackets. So these brackets are need to be decomposed first. Then later we are going to decompose the outer bracket, this one. And at the end we are going to decompose the last outer bracket, that is this one. So here the different operations that we are performing is subtraction, addition. Then after this we are performing the division operation. And at the end we are performing the multiplication operation. So it is represented in this manner. So this is my flow diagram. Here the multiplication, it is one module, subtraction, it is one method, addition is a method, and here division is a method. So the entire problem is working out in the particular way. तो पहले क्या होगा? To this is the question. तो ये क्या हो रहा है? First we are giving the inputs x and y to the subtraction. Input दिया जाएगा, वो return क्या करेगा? It will return the result. So again in the addition part, it is giving the input. Sorry, here it is addition. It is giving the input x and y, and it will return the result. So similarly in division, it will give the input, and this one is going to return the result. Multiplication, here it will give the input, and this one is returning the result. So this is how we are going to represent our entire problem. पूरा प्रॉब्लम को क्या करेंगे? सब प्रॉब्लम्स में डिवाइड करेंगे, and each sub problem we are going to write certain steps. So the different steps, what are the different steps here? We are going to give the input. यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या प्रोवाइड करेंगे? इनपुट प्रोवाइड करेंगे. So here the input is x and y. What it is basically performing? It is computing the result. Result क्या compute होगा? It is multiplying this two number, and it is returning the value. Am I clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you can, yes, now you check here how the problem it is being decomposed. So addition method जब call करोगे, addition में input क्या provide हो रहा है? The input provided to addition is 3 plus 5, और वो return क्या करेगा? What it is returning? 3 plus 5 is 8. So यहाँ पर 8 आ गया देखो. So the next inner bracket क्या है? Subtraction. So it is यहाँ पर input क्या दिया गया है? 7 minus 3. It is subtracting, it is returning 4. So 7 minus 3, यहाँ पर 4 आ गया. So here the answer is 4. So the next operation is performed is 6 minus 4. So input here provided 6 minus 4, subtracted 2. Then here the result it is written as 2. Output क्या है? 2 आ गया. Now here the what is the next operation that is to be performed?
4 by 2.
Division. हाँ, 4 by 2. So input division को दिया गया. It will return the 2. Okay. So finally 8 into 2. It will be multiplied and you will get the answer. It is 16. So this is how we are going to break the problem into the sub problems, and we will find the final answer. So what are the different sub problems? Here we have addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So in general what we called a method as, तो method को हम लोग क्या define करेंगे? Method, it is a programming tool. It is basically used to decompose a problem into a number of sub problem. So method decomposes a problem into a number of sub problems. Okay. So the other way is What is the other way? So method, it is other definition is, it is known as a function. It is a self-contained block. It consists of one or more statements to perform a particular task. So if my addition is a method, so I will give a name to this method, addition. So what this method is particularly doing, it will take two input, x and y. Then it will perform the addition. Sum is equals to x plus y. Then it will return the result. Return sum. So these are the number of steps that are going to be performed within a particular method known as your addition. So what are the different advantages of using a method? Anyone can tell me? What are the different advantages of using a method?
Ma'am, less time in compilation.
Less time in compilation. Any other advantage?
Easy to read.
Easy to read. So the different advantages of using a method is code reusability.
Understand.
You don't need to
Easy.
use that code again and again. We can
Yes,
only
easy.
that method one
Okay.
time, and whenever we don't need to write that multiple times.
Okay. So easy to read, easy to understand. We can use the code a single time and we can use it a number of times. And the other advantage is where we can divide a large program into the smaller one for better debugging. So easily हम लोग error भी check कर सकते हैं. So error checking will also. Yes.
Ma'am, it also optimizes the execution time of the
It also optimizes the execution time because we are not going to use same code again and again. So it will optimizes the time of execution. Okay, these are the some advantages of using a method. Now we will check how the particular method is work. So method कैसे काम होता करता है. So in a particular method, now in your class you have a number of students. Okay, now suppose I'm a person going to call a particular person. So I will call someone. Let's take some message. Less than yes. Now I will call Pranav. Pranav, are you there? Pranav? Pranav, are you there? Hers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I am just asking hers. Now hers, you do one thing. You just add two numbers, 3 and 4. What will be the output?
7.
The output of 3 and 4 is 7. Now here what is happening? I called a method. Make a method call key. Now while I am calling the method, I have provided some input to the method. So kuch input I have provided. Okay, and the method, and I instructed the method to do some operation. Now the operation here is addition. So how the method is responding to me? It is adding me these two numbers and giving me the result back as 7. So once a method is being defined and it's called, it takes some data from the calling function and returns a value to the called function. Calling function से कुछ value लेगा and कुछ value return करेगा. So whenever a function is called, जब भी एक function को call करेंगे, we are going to control is passed to the called function and the working of the calling function is stopped. Control call function में pass होगा and calling function का काम बंद हो जाएगा. Now whenever I am asking hers to add two number, I remain quiet for the 2 minutes until and unless hers is giving me back the answer. So when the execution of the called function is completed, control return back to the calling function. Okay, so the method, it consists of 3 things: method prototype, method body, and method call. So a method, it particularly consists of 3 things: prototype, method body, and method call. So first one, we will check method prototype. What is a method prototype? A method prototype, it consists of, I'm just giving one example. So here I have written few things. So what is public?
From access specifier.
So public and static are the access specifier. This one is the method name. This one is the parameter list. Okay, or what you called as your argument list. Public, it is a keyword. Okay, so this keyword, it indicates that your entire method, it will be available to the all the classes in Java. Static, it is a keyword. It is specifying that the methods are independent. It is not associated with any class. We will discuss the term static in details later on. INT, it is known as your return type. Add, this one is your method name, or these are the inputs to the method. So input to the methods are basically known as your argument list or parameter list, and the entire thing is known as your method prototype. ये पूरे को हम लोग method prototype बोलते हैं. So a method has the three important part. One is the method prototype, one is the method body, and the other one is your method call. So in the method prototype, what we are having here, we are having the method name, but with no body. Now it consists of three access specifiers. These are public, private, protected. Return type, it can be of any primitive type like integer, character, float, double, or a reference type. And it doesn't, अगर method कुछ भी return नहीं करेगा, if the method will not return any value, then the return type will be void. Okay. Method name, it is a unique name. Okay, it defines the name of the method and it corresponds to the functionality of the method. Argument list, so these are the parameters separated by a comma within a pair of parentheses. So what it will contain? It will contain the data type and the variable name. So this one is one example. Public static int add xy. I have already done here. Yeah, I have written this part, and within it, it will contain z. Return z. Okay. This statement is known as your return statement. और ये क्या वैल्यू रिटर्न कर रहा है? It is returning which value? Z. So Z should be of which type?
Integer.
As here you have written integer, so return type should be integer. Okay. Now another thing, one of the most important thing, the method, even though you have defined anywhere in the program, वो execute कहाँ पर होगा? When it will be executed, when you are going to call it using the main method. Main method के अंदर जब भी call करोगे, वो execute होगा. Otherwise, your method will not execute. Okay. So main is the method which will help to call the other user defined method. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I will show you one example. Just a minute. Okay. Now suppose here I have defined a method. Those who have any doubt, you can ask now. Public static int addition int x comma int y. हो गया. Now look, यहाँ पर क्या हुआ है? This part is your method. देखो, ये तुम्हारा method है. In the main function, I have called the method. So instead of system.out.println, if here I am going to write int result equals to addition x comma y. And within the print statement, here I am going to write result. Okay. So now let I execute the method first. What is the output here you are getting?
7.
7.
Seven,
So how it is working? पहले कौन सा line execute होगा? It will come to the main function. यहाँ पर x में कितना value set हुआ है? 3. In y, what is the value that is set? 4. यहाँ पर तुम लोग क्या किए? Here you are making the method call. So
calling the
whenever
method.
you are method call कर रहे हो, now what is the value? It will be copied to x 3 and 4. So ये control फिर कहाँ जाएगा? It will go to this part of the program. Control यहाँ पर आ गया. Okay, here I am writing one statement. For method and ये तो method call के बाद execute हुआ है. ये देखो before method. So till now the control is here. So यहाँ पर आ गया control method हो गया. X की जगह x में 3 store हुआ. In y you have 4. So this x and y it is local to ये block के लिए local है. This x and y is local to the main method. Okay, इसका address अलग है and this x y having the different address location. Only the values will get copied. Value execute होने के बाद यहाँ पर output क्या आ गया 7. Now if I will not call the method, मैं अगर मेथड कॉल नहीं करूंगी मुझे आउटपुट आएगा. शुड आई गेट द आउटपुट? देखो मैं प्रोग्राम रन किया. डिड आई गेट द आउटपुट इफ आई विल नॉट कॉल द मेथड?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so in order to get the result I need to call the method. Now suppose if I will not use the main function, did I get any wrong in the program?
No, ma'am.
Is there any syntax error? But when I will execute the code, what is written here? Main method is not there. Okay, so main method, it is the starting part of your program. Even though you have, if you are not writing the main method, you will not get any compile time error. तुम्हें run time error आ जाएगा that main method is not found in the particular class. And another thing you remember, every method you can define it before the, ये सब user defined method है. You can write it before the main method or you can write it after the main method. It doesn't matter. But method call तुम्हारा कहाँ पर होगा? Where you are going to call the particular method within the main function. So main function में तुम method को call करोगे. Okay. These are the things that are being written. Yes. Anyone wants to say something? Okay. So naming a method. How you are going to name a method? You all remember this point. So whenever you are going to name a method, you can use a single word or you can use a multi-word. So if you have two words, the first letter or the first character of the word should be small and the next word का पहला letter क्या होगा? Capital होगा. If you have a small single word method, all should be small. Okay, you just remember this naming convention because you are going to use this naming conventions while you are going to name a method. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Different categories of method. So we have a number of different types of method. One is your system defined. Or predefined. And the other one is your user defined. So predefined method that are already being defined. Examples are
Math.pow.
math.sqrt, math.sci, random.
Pow.
Okay, these are pow. So these are all your predefined methods. And user defined methods are the methods that you are going to define. जो तुम लोग define करोगे, like addition. Also remember, main is a user defined method. It is not a predefined method. Okay. So all the methods that you are going to define is known as your user defined method. Addition, subtraction. Okay. Any number of methods. These are your user defined methods. Then come to the parameters. Actual parameter, just remember this 2 points. You may get a theory type question on this. Parameter, what is actual and what is formal parameter? Actual parameter, it is used in the method calling. तो यहाँ पर actual parameter कौन सा है, कौन बताएगा? Formal parameter used in the method body. So in method body, here we have used
Formal parameter.
Formal parameter.
And here this one is your
Actual parameter.
Actual parameter. Here just I will rename it A, B, C. Okay, this one is your A, B. and this one is your C. So actual parameters are your
Ma'am,
X
what is
and
the
Y.
need?
Which one?
Ma'am, this is formal parameter.
What is the need? Because whenever you are going to make a call, देखो, in a method you have a number of ways to call a method. बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. One way without passing parameter. And the other way is with passing parameter. Okay. So when we are going to call the method without passing parameter, then we don't need for the formal or actual. Okay. So but when we are calling a method using a parameter, जब हम लोग मेथड को एक पैरामीटर देके कॉल करेंगे, मतलब तुम्हारा दो तरीका का काम है. The first way that I will ask you to add 2 number. तुम्हें मैं बोलूंगी 2 नंबर ऐड करने के लिए. कोई भी 2 नंबर क्या करोगे? तुम लोगे. It depends on you which number you want to take, and it will find the sum and you are going to display it. Okay. The another way is I will give you 2 numbers. मैं तुम्हें 2 नंबर दूंगी. Okay, you just find the sum of this 2 number. ये 2 नंबर का मुझे सम निकालना है. तो दोनों तरीके में डिफरेंस है कि नहीं है, मुझे बताओ तो.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the one case I am giving you the value, and in the other case I am not providing you any value. तो जहाँ पर मैं value provide नहीं कर रही हूँ, then there is no need of this parameters. But whenever I am going to provide a value, so एक formally I am providing you the value. मैं एक value तुमको दे रही हूँ. वो value क्या होगा? कहाँ पर दिया जाएगा? जो भी value दिया जाएगा वो कहाँ पर दिया जा रहा है?
Method
Whenever you are using math.pow function, math.pow function में तुम लोग क्या करो? एक वैल्यू दे रहे हो.
Yes मैम, 2 वैल्यू दे रहा.
2 वैल्यू दे रहे हो. वो वैल्यू मेन मेथड में दे रहे हो.
Yes मैम.
Okay. In case of addition also, here I am providing 2 value in the main function 2 and 3. तो ये जो वेरिएबल क्रिएट हुआ वो किसके लिए क्रिएट हुआ है? कौन से मेथड के लिए? मेन मेथड के लिए. यहाँ पर कौन सा वैल्यू स्टोर है? 2 and 3. Now check the code here. I'm just minimizing the screen. Now मेथड में क्या कौन सा वेरिएबल यूज किए हो? What are the variable names in the method?
A and B.
A and B
and C.
तो यहाँ हाँ सेम. ये देखो मेमोरी लोकेशन में A, B and C. ओके. और यहाँ पर तुम एक यूज किए हो रिजल्ट. नाउ ये 3, 3, 6 तीनों का लोकेशन क्या है? ऑल आर हैविंग डिफरेंट लोकेशन. सबका लोकेशन अलग है. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? ये जो 2 का वैल्यू है ये कहाँ पर कॉपी होगा? A में कॉपी होगा.
A में.
Y का जो भी वैल्यू है वो कहाँ पर कॉपी होगा?
B में.
B में.
B में. ये दोनों का रिजल्ट क्या हो गया? 5. तो C का वैल्यू अब कहाँ पर कॉपी होगा?
Result में.
Result. Okay. So here as we are using different memory locations, so हर एक locations का हमें नाम भी अलग अलग देना पड़ेगा. तो A and B मेथड का क्या है? एक्चुअल वैल्यू है. Okay. The variable or the memory locations A and B are the memory locations of the method, whereas X and Y वो कहाँ से आया है? Main method से आया है. Okay, so in order to differentiate between these two, we need to tell one is the actual and the other one is your formal.
Formal.
Okay, जो method body में use होगा उसको हम लोग formal बोलते हैं, और जो calling में use करें हम लोग उसको actual बोलते हैं. बस यहाँ पर हम लोग क्या करें? We are just keeping a copy. ये x का जो भी वैल्यू है वहाँ हम लोग एक कॉपी मेंटेन करें in A. Similarly y में जो भी है that copy is maintained at B. Similarly C का जो भी वैल्यू रिटर्न हो रहा है वो कहाँ जाएगा? That will get stored in result. तो जब तुम्हारा मेन फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा वो कौन से 3 वैल्यू को इंपॉर्टेंस देगा? x, y and result. Okay, that is why used in the method calling is actual, and जो body में use होता है उसको formal बोलते हैं. Are you clear? But whenever we are calling it without the parameter, now suppose I will write the code in this manner, then I don't need the एनी पैरामीटर्स, मुझे कुछ एक्चुअल फॉर्मल कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Here int a comma b, a is equals to 3, b is equals to 5, and int c is equals to 3 plus or a plus b, a plus b, and I will not return any value here. मैं यहाँ पर directly print statement लिख दूंगी. And instead of writing all those things, I can simply write here. So do I need a parameter list?
रिटर्न टाइप चेंज करना होगा.
हाँ, यहाँ पर void आ गया. Okay. So यहाँ पर do I need the parameter list?
नो मैम.
So here we don't need to do the parameter list. So these are the different ways how we can create a method, we can call a method. Okay.
यस मैम.
So these are the few examples are given. Addition of variables. Now local. Now this a and b variables are said to be local to this method block. इस block के लिए क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Local बोलते हैं. Okay. Next comes to the different types of method that we are going to use. Types of method. Method with no parameter and return type. Oh, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
My
ma'am.
voice is my voice is not audible. Okay, okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
I have
Perfectly.
written and I have erased it. No one is saying that, madam, you are not audible. Okay. So we have discovered. I have written 4 different type. Okay, method with no parameter, no return type. और एक क्या लिखी थी मैं? No parameter,
Return type.
Parameter and no return type.
no parameter, no return type. No parameter, return type. Okay. Then
Parameter return type. Parameter non return type.
parameter and no return type. Then the last one is parameter and return type. Okay. So we have discussed the factorial program.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have not discussed the GCD, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So let first I will start with a simple example, then we will move to the GCD of 2 numbers. Method with no parameter and no return type. And from now onwards, सारे assignment 5 के बाकी सारे programs को हम लोग using method बनाएंगे. We will do it using method. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
So GCD. Okay. So the question here is with no parameter and return type. So this is the one of the simplest method. ये सबसे simple method है. Here we are going to. I will just provide you one example. Public static void. I'm giving you the example of factorial. Factorial. So let me define the variables here. Int n. Scanner class. New scanner. System.in. N is equals to history dot next int. Int fact is equals to 1. So for int I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus, fact is equals to fact into I, then println factorial. Here the method closes. Public static void main string args. यहाँ पर बस you just call the method factorial. Okay, so the control it will be here, then the control will transfer to here. All the part will be executed after the println statement, and again the control will be in the main function. Are you clear? So this one is the simplest way of writing the method with no parameter and no return type. So here no parameter is being provided, as there is no return type, तो वो क्या लिखोगे? Void लिखोगे. Am I clear to all of you?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Shubham. Okay. Now, next comes to the GCD. Have you noted it down?
Ma'am, just a minute.
Okay.
done.
Okay. So I'm clearing the screen. Now, write a method to compute GCD of two number. So can anyone tell me what is the definition for GCD? What is GCD?
Ma'am, it is the largest common divisor of two
Okay. Largest
numbers.
common divisor or greatest common divisor. Now let I have 30 and 18. What is the GCD of 30 and 18?
6.
Very good, 6. So I will tell you one of the simplest rule, Euclidean theorem, in order to compute the GCD of two numbers. So यहाँ पर let here we have 30 mod 18. We need to find out the remainder. So what is the remainder of 30 and 18?
12.
12. Okay. Now let here this one is m, this one is n, this one is remainder. यहाँ पर आ गया 18 and here we are having 12. So what is the remainder? 18 and 12?
6.
6. Again interchange the position. This one is 12. 6 will be at this place. So what is the remainder now?
0.
0. Do another one step. यहाँ पर आ गया 6. यहाँ पर आ गया 0. So is the number is further divisible?
No, ma'am.
So what will be the terminating condition? क्या होगा तुम्हारा?
While our remainder is not equal to 0.
Remainder or n? You can take any one. Okay. You can go with remainder or you can go with n also. Not equals to 0. So if n is not equals to 0, which one is GCD? GCD क्या है तुम्हारा?
N.
GCD is your?
मैम
हाँ.
मैम जब n नॉट जैसे आपने लिखा n नॉट इज इक्वल टू 0 तो इस केस में 6 जो है फिर से आगे बढ़ेगा, नेक्स्ट स्टेप होगा तो 6 मॉड 0 तो एरर दे देगा ना.
हाँ, एरर दे देगा. जब n नॉट इक्वल्स टू 0 है मेरा इंटरचेंज चलेगा. जब n इक्वल्स टू 0 हो जाएगा क्या हो जाएगा? प्रोग्राम स्टॉप करेगा.
हाँ ठीक है ठीक है.
ठीक है, तो लूप से बाहर आ जाएगा. अगर लूप से बाहर आ गया तो मेरा जीसीडी क्या बनेगा? m बनेगा कि n बनेगा?
n.
सो m इज माय जीसीडी. तो लूप के अंदर हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे? क्या कंप्यूट करेंगे पहले?
m mod.
m mod n. उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? m इज इक्वल्स टू
n
n and n is equals to
remainder rem.
remainder. देखो हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. दो कोई भी दो नंबर लो. टेक रैंडमली एनी टू नंबर्स.
मैम 8 and 4.
Yes, one is
8 and 4.
8 and 4. Okay, so my n is 4 and m is 8. You can take in the other way also. 4 and 8 also we can go with it. Okay, so अभी n का वैल्यू क्या है? 4 is not equals to 0. Condition is
True.
true. So here compute the remainder. 8 mod 4 कितना आ गया?
0.
0. So यहाँ पर m में क्या जाएगा? 4 आ जाएगा. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the value at remainder? Remainder में कितना आ गया? Sorry, n में कितना आ गया तुम्हारा? 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Now 0 not equals to 0. Condition is?
False.
So if the condition is false, GCD is equals to?
m 4.
हाँ, m में क्या है? 4 है. So GCD is equals to 4. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can go with any two number. अगर 4 and 8 लोगे तो क्या होगा? Remainder 4 mod 8. What will be the answer?
4.
4. Again interchange कर दो. 8 mod 4. What will be the answer?
0.
0. Again interchange 4 mod 0. So we will stop here and remainder here is
4.
4. Prime number तभी आ जाएगा. Okay. So can you write the method now?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you write note down the method and share the screen. Just note down the method. Are you clear? Have you done it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if the two numbers is entered is 71 and 67, then the GCD is 1. So check the other one. Method with no parameter list but with return type. Okay, so here this type of method, it will have no parameter list, but it will return a value. Okay, the syntax here will be access specifiers, public static, but with return type. तो ये return क्या करेगा? What the method will return? It will return the GCD, okay, to the main method. Main method में वो GCD return करेगा. So what will be the return type of the method? What is the return type of the method?
int.
int GCD, okay, int m comma n, int remainder. So here anyone is saying something? Section 7. While n is not equals to 0, then remainder is equals to m mod n, m equals to n equals to remainder. Then outside the loop, what we are going to write? GCD is equals to m. यहाँ पर return क्या करोगे? Which value you are going to return? Return GCD. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, write down the next question. To find the factorial, this one is your program you need to do. Factorial of a number with method with no parameter list but with return type. I will check it in the next class.
Ma'am, please repeat
Okay.
the question.
Yes?
Please repeat the question.
Factorial of a number with method, using method. Factorial of a number using method with no parameter list but with return type. Okay. It's already time. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. हाँ बोलो.
मैम प्लीज आप सर सेक्शन सर को जरा बोल सकती हैं कि वो हमारा मेल चेक करें बिकॉज ही इज नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू आवर मेल्स.
Yes, ma'am. कभी भी mail
Actually,
करते
we have some problem in our assignments and he is not replying. So please tell.
और मैम हमारा असाइनमेंट का डेट भी जा चुका है पीएमई का, उसका भी मेरा नहीं हुआ है अभी तक, और सर कुछ रिप्लाई भी नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी तक.
Okay. Okay. Let me check it. Okay. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Section sir. Sir, are you there? Oh God.
Sir, please
Sir, reply to our email, sir, please. Sir, we have our problem in assignments.